life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who or what is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
Your name. Relent to the ring and yield your name. We will break your branches and ravish your roots until you squeal. Your name. Relent to the ring and yield your name.
The searing pain.
Stand back! Not a foot on these stairs. Whatever words you carry with you, they are watty with futility. I know you for what you are, a mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no use. The advocate knows the tree belongs to the ring. Oh, I can measure the vile depths of your prevarications by the very pulse of this bleeding forest. You lie. You lie. You lie. Steady as the heart, you lie. Ally. You may be right, and blood does not lie. Very well, you're not one of the advocate's pets, but my warning still stands. Stand back, not a foot on these stairs. Through fog we ride, through blood we wade in search of a name. A demon plots, but with his name we will bind him. This sore of bloody branches knows, but will not speak, just yet. No matter, there is no remedy against patience and torture. He is the serpent that speaks with 1,000 tongues, except his own. He is the death of the soul, with a smile and a flourish. Heed my second warning. Shun the advocate, whose very sentence is a sentence.
tree's spirit embraces its putrid host, an elven ancestor lost to the same demonic disease that infests all of Blood Moon Island.
Qui manducad omnio myrtos acts, it quod potest etse.
Your hand passes through the spirit to rest against the corrupted ancestor. It is rough to the touch, save the pustules dotted across the bark. Yet there is nothing to divine but rough bark and swollen pustules. You cannot say which elf spirit inhabits this tree, or how it came to suffer its second death. A moment passes, then you feel it. Clarity.
You speak my name. You know my torture. Please, don't judge me for the sickness my roots have spread. I can be free, my soul cleansed. The demon has gone, but I am still its slave. While it lives, I am bound by its shackles to this humble plane. Yet you awakened me from nightmare with a single utterance, my name, and I'm grateful for that. How amazing that a name can wield so much power. Remember this lesson when you leave Blood Moon Island. The demon blackens another land now. It possesses the very doctor that liberated it. Speak its name, however, and you expose it. You weaken it. You'll know him when you find him. A doctor that accommodates a demon doesn't see patients, only victims. Destroy it, and you free me to the Hall of Echoes. Destroy it, and my roots taint this isle no longer. Now come closer. I'll say the demon's name only once.
The spirit's voice is a harsh whisper.
Adramalik. Naivety, stupidity, call it what you want. I wished to put the source within me to good use, and demonology seemed as good a use as any. Silly me. I meant to summon an imp or two. Instead, I ended up hosting a damned archdemon. The roaring in my head, the craving for living flesh, urges, good gods, the urges to kill, to hurt. The stronger they became, the harder I fought. And at some point, I was just gone, deadened, but not dead. And then, awake, on an isle I'd never been, encircled by faces I'd never seen, watched by a man I'd never known. They called him Doctor. He shouted strange words, and the demon bellowed. Then, one by one, They fell. I watched my own hands slaughter them. I tried to resist, but I couldn't. And then a final roar, when the demon rushed away and into the only one still standing, the Doctor. That was my last living memory. The demon may be gone, but its disease still infects my roots, birthing evil into the surrounding soil. While it lives, I am still its rotting servant. I've suffered. The Isle has suffered, but you can end it. Please, you must help. I can be freed.
It is a dark thing to contemplate a demon's name. Perhaps you can shed light on the matter.
Jahan looks at you utterly flabbergasted, but soon an air of serenity descends upon him, that of a chess player overlooking the board.
Adramalik. You have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm. Stories of the women we have loved. Thank you, Lohse. You have done me an unparalleled service, and you've quite humbled me at the same time. The time has come for us to invoke the demon, lure him out of his cave with his name. Adramalik. Adramalik. Adramalik.
A wave of rage washes over you as Jahan speaks the creature's name. The demon heard him. He heard him, and he's furious.
There is great power in names. Just like Source is the language of creation, a demon's true name is the core of its existence. Its be-all or end-all. His end-all will be your be-all. For you are Lohse, not Adramalik. You are Lohse. Are you ready? Then close your eyes and do as I do.
Your hands still in his, Jahan begins to inhale slowly, deeply, then exhales audibly through his mouth. As you breathe in rhythmic synchronization, he begins to hum a low, rumbling note. You hum in unison. Your voices blend, become one with the breath of the forest. Then, suddenly something coils within your chest, and a shout lacerates this brief moment of serenity.
Quiet! Adramalik!
Your right arm suddenly falls from your body, or it feels like it does. You have no control over it, nor does it hang at your side. You know what you must do. Choke this man who stands before you. Squeeze the life from him. Jahan steps away as you lunge for him. You stumble and turn towards him again, eager to tear him apart.
Adramalik, thousand-named nemesis, Lord of Soot, come shake black hands with me. Leave her, leave her, come play with me.
Your stomach churns, your mind goes numb. This is the end, this is the...
Listen to me, demon. I know why you chose her. I know what it is you fear the most, and therefore desire the most. But I'll not let her serve you any longer. You will crawl back to the pit that spawned you. Mashtuna Pathan Shdanelu, Kaumel Saravel, Damarel Saravel.
He places a palm on your forehead. It burns. He presses his palm harder against your head. You're immobilized. You're in pain.
Kaumel saravel, damarel saravel, mashtu, shdanelu.
You're shrinking back to the safe and the dark, back behind where Lohse lives. For now.
It's no use. It's too late. Lohse? Lohse? Is it you?
You hear nothing but the slow, hard beating of your heart. Your voice catches somewhere deep within. It doesn't reach your throat. You'll never speak again, never sing again. No one knows you. No one ever will.
Lohse.
You feel something, a soft haze of light in the frigid dark.
Come back, Lohse. Come back.
The light draws you forward. If you can reach it, something will happen. You know something will happen if you can only reach it. Thud, thud, thud. Your heart beats faster. The light grows bright. You're nearly there.
Lohse, he's behind you.
Something grabs onto your foot. Its grasp burns like white-hot fire. A rough hand seizes you. Bright light blinds you. There you are.
There you are.
He looks tired. His brow is wet with sweat.
You almost didn't make it. I failed you. He's not coiled around your heart. He has become your heart. Try as I might, he would not shift. I am truly sorry, Lohse. But do not despair. I will not give up on you. We must simply take a darker path still. Confront a Dramalik in his lair and deal with the demon face to face. You almost have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm. Stories of life and love. But now I know where he hides. Afraid of his own name. To the city of Arx you must go. I will travel with you, if I may. I will meet you there and prepare for the coming battle. You'll yet be all, Lohse.